Hello, welcome to JP Arts. This video is part 2 of my Kirby and the Lamp of Dreams project. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, then please do before continuing watching the rest of this video. So today I'm going to talk about World 1 of Kirby and the Lamp of Dreams. I won't be describing each and every level of the world, but just some ideas for the world and the type of level that would be found in it. I will also be showing a custom ability for Kirby I designed, and in the end I will talk about the boss of World 1. Now before I dive into talking about World 1, let me talk a bit about Ruin Star, the planet I made up, which this game takes place in. Here's some concept art of what Ruin Star might look like. It's basically a floating island in the middle of space. The lore behind it is that some of the ancients, mentioned lots of Kirby lore, dwelt here at one point, but once they disappeared, the planet fell into ruin, hence where it became known as Ruin Star. Continuing where I left off last video, Kirby and Starchino have now arrived at Ruin Star and entered into the Chaparral Ruins, which is the first world of this game. Chaparral Ruins is a dense jungle scattered with ancient temple ruins. The levels in this world will respectively be jungle-themed, with some levels taking place inside the ancient ruins, which will be loaded with booby traps. Also note that I'm picturing this game as if it were 2D, which will mostly matter when I describe the abilities I made. Speaking of abilities, let me show you the first custom ability that I made, and will appear in a lot of the World 1 levels. This is the Explorer ability. Here's the description for Explorer Kirby. Adventure through new lands, discover hidden secrets, all with the Explorer ability. This ability is the perfect fit for journeying through ancient ruins. Equipped with a variety of gear, Kirby is ready to take on any enemies that attack him during exploration. Here are the moves that Kirby can use with the Explorer copy ability. Note, I'll be imagining this as if we're on Nintendo Switch. The first move is called Stick Swing, which the player can use by pressing B on the remote. This attack will make Kirby swing a stick as enemies, dealing small amounts of damage. The next attack can be used by holding B, then releasing. This is called Frying Pan Grab, and this will make Kirby sling out a frying pan to catch enemies close enough. He will then jumble them around the pan, then throw them out. This move is based on Chef Kawasaki's attack, which he does on Kirby in past games. Next is Torch Ignite, which can be used by holding up on the joystick. This will light a torch for Kirby to use. This is useful in dark places to help the players see their surroundings and make it through the level. It pretty much has the same effect as the candle from Kirby's Return to Dreamland. While Kirby's torch is ignited, he can use Torch Swing by pressing B. This will damage enemies more than the Stick Swing and will burn them. Now onto page 2 of Explorer. We have Minecart Charge, which the player can use by dashing, then pressing B. This attack will make Kirby ride a minecart for a small amount of time, and will charge over any enemies in front of him. While using Minecart Charge, Kirby will also be able to ride over spikes, lava, and other dangerous obstacles. Holding down on the joystick and pressing B will make Kirby hide in a tent, hence being named Tent Hide. While in the tent, Kirby will not take damage, but after the tent is hit a few times by enemy attacks, it will break, leaving Kirby vulnerable. Pickaxe Swing can be used by dashing, then pressing B in midair. This will make Kirby swing a large pickaxe that will deal damage to enemies, essentially working the same as the midair hammer attack Kirby can use in lots of games. Last, we have Pickaxe Smash, which can be used by holding B after Pickaxe Swing. This will make Kirby smash his pickaxe into the ground, dealing more damage than the previous attack. I probably could have made more moves for Explorer Kirby, but I currently don't have any ideas for moves, so these are pretty much all of them. Now that I talked about Explorer Kirby, let's move on to the boss. Upon reaching the boss level, Starchino can sense that one of his pieces are nearby. Suddenly a large nearby tree turns around to reveal an angry face. This is Archaic Woods, the guardian of the jungle. When thinking of the boss for World 1, I decided to go with the go-to choice in Kirby games, being either Wispy Woods or a Wispy Woods variant of some sort. I kept the design pretty simple, taking inspiration from Yugi Woods and of course Wispy Woods. I gave him a beard to make him look like an elder tree, similar to Yugi Woods, and I gave him hanging vines to show that he's a jungle tree. Here's the boss description for Archaic Woods. This ancient tree is angry at anyone who enters his jungle. It appears Scolicio has persuaded Archaic Woods to his side, as the great tree is in possession of one of Starchino's pieces. Kirby must defeat it to regain the piece. Now let's talk about the boss battle. During Archaic Woods' first phase, he'll use a variety of attacks, including swinging Gordos and pieces of ruined rubble with his vines, attempting to grab Kirby with his vines, which, if successful, he will strangle Kirby, then slam him to the ground, dealing lots of damage. He will also use the classic Woods attack and try to inhale Kirby, as shown in my drawing. Upon Kirby lowering Archaic Wood's health down to halfway, the second phase of the battle will start. The phase will start with the boss jumping into the background. He will then sling his vines onto sections of the foreground and pull pieces away one by one till there are only 2 platforms left for Kirby to stand on. Then Archaic Woods will then launch pieces of rubble at Kirby, and Kirby must jump back and forth between the 2 platforms to avoid them. Then the ground will become full again, and Archaic Woods will jump back into the foreground, where he will resume his attacks from Phase 1, as well as occasionally trying to crush Kirby with his jumps. Finally, once Kirby defeats the boss, he will give up the piece of Starchino he was holding. Upon receiving a piece of himself, Starchino reveals the way to the next world. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.